The used truck market is flooded with noise, pushing buyers toward the same handful of popular, overpriced models. But beneath that noise, there's a hidden market of underrated workhorses. These are the trucks that were ignored, misunderstood, or dismissed when they were new, and as a result, their value on the used market is completely disconnected from their actual utility and reliability. I've spent years identifying these automotive arbitrage opportunities, and today, I'm sharing 3 of the absolute best. We're going to explore 3 trucks that offer incredible capability for a fraction of the cost of their mainstream rivals. This isn't just about saving money, it's about adopting a new philosophy of ownership, one based on value, not hype. Let's dive into our first exhibit, a full-size powerhouse that was a ghost in the market. Our first case study in strategic buying is the first-generation Nissan Titan. Imagine you're a small business owner in the mid-2000s. You need a tough, reliable V8 truck, but your budget is tight. The domestic brands are expensive. Then you stumble upon the Titan. It doesn't have the same brand cachet, but it has a powerful V8, a fully boxed frame, and a reputation for being surprisingly tough. You take a chance. Fast forward 15 years, and that chance has turned into your most reliable employee, a truck that has outlasted newer, more expensive vehicles in your fleet. This story was a reality for many smart buyers who discovered the Titan's secret. The core revelation of the first-gen Titan is that it was a fundamentally solid truck that suffered from one major flaw. It wasn't a Ford, Chevy, or Ram. It was a victim of brand loyalty, and its failure in the new market is your greatest advantage in the used market. The evidence of its capability is written in its specifications. The Titan came with a single, potent powertrain, a 5.6-liter, endurance V8 engine, pumping out a healthy 305 horsepower and 379 lb-ft of torque. This wasn't a complex, experimental engine. It was a robust, straightforward workhorse. This powertrain gave the Titan a towing capacity of up to 9,500 pounds, putting it squarely in the same league as its domestic rivals. Yet, because it was so overlooked, its depreciation was brutal. Today, you can find excellent examples of these trucks for an average price of just $9,000. According to RepairPal, the average annual maintenance cost is a very reasonable $555, a testament to its simple, durable design. A fleet mechanic once told me, "We had a few Titans mixed in with our Silverados. The Titans were always the last ones to need major work. They're just tough, honest trucks." The financial implication is almost absurd. You are getting a true half-ton, V8 powered workhorse with significant towing and hauling capability for the price of a used sedan. The actionable guidance is to focus on post-2008 models, which received some welcome interior updates. The first-generation Titan is the perfect choice for someone who needs serious capability but doesn't want to pay the brand tax that comes with the more popular nameplates. It's a pure, unfiltered work truck for a budget price. From a full-size contender to a compact ghost, our next truck takes the concept of being underrated to a whole new level. Now, I want you to imagine a different scenario. You need a small, reliable truck for weekend projects. You want something that's cheap to buy, cheap to own, and will run forever with minimal fuss. You've heard the Ford Ranger is a great choice, but everyone else has too, and prices for clean examples are surprisingly high. You feel stuck. But then you see it. Parked in the back of a used car lot is a small, unassuming Mazda pickup. It looks almost identical to the Ranger, but the badge is different. The price is half of what the Ford costs. This isn't a trick, it's an opportunity. The second truck on our list is the Mazda B-Series, and its core revelation is one of the most bizarre and wonderful quirks of the auto industry. It is, for all intents and purposes, a Ford Ranger in a different costume. It was built on the same assembly line, with the same engine, the same transmission, and the same frame. The only significant difference is the logo on the grille and the price on the window sticker. The evidence is not in dispute. It's a simple matter of historical fact. During this era, Ford and Mazda had a partnership, and the B-Series was a direct result of that collaboration. This means that when you buy a Mazda B-Series, you are getting the same legendary reliability that made the Ranger a compact truck icon. These trucks are famous for their ability to withstand incredible neglect. The optional 3.0-liter V6 is a simple, pushrod engine that is known for being nearly unkillable. The data from RepairPal confirms this, showing an average annual maintenance cost of just $441, the lowest on this list and one of the lowest for any pickup truck, period. 1. I once spoke to a retired farmer who had a Mazda B-Series with over 300,000 miles on it. He said, "I bought it because it was cheap. I never expected it to last longer than my tractor, but it did." The financial impact is almost laughably good. With an average used price of around $4,000, you are acquiring a legendarily reliable truck for less than the cost of a high-end television. It's the ultimate life hack for anyone needing cheap, dependable utility. The actionable guidance is to find one with the 3.0 LV6. Don't worry about the mileage. Focus on finding one that hasn't been completely rusted out. It is, without a doubt, the single most underrated value in the entire used truck market. Our first two trucks were underrated because they were ignored. Our final truck is underrated because it was actively misunderstood. Our final exhibit is a truck that sparked a decade of arguments. The first-generation Honda Ridgeline. Picture the suburban dad who buys one. His neighbors, with their lifted F-150s and Rams, give him a hard time. They call it a minivan with a bed. They say it's not a real truck. The dad just smiles. Then comes the first neighborhood camping trip. While the real truck owners are struggling to keep their gear dry under flimsy tonneau covers, the Ridgeline owner pops open his weatherproof, lockable in-bed trunk, revealing a perfectly dry set of tents and sleeping bags. Later, at the campsite, he swings open his dual-action tailgate like a door, making it easy to grab a cooler, while the others have to awkwardly lift theirs over a traditional tailgate. Suddenly, the jokes stop. The core revelation of the Ridgeline is this: it was never trying to be a traditional truck. It was an answer to a question that most truck owners were afraid to ask. What if a truck was designed for how I actually live? The evidence of its brilliance is in its design and its reliability. The unibody construction, so maligned by purists, is precisely what gives it a safe, comfortable ride that no body-on-frame truck can match. It's also what allowed Honda's engineers to create the in-bed trunk, a feature so useful it's a wonder no one else has successfully copied it. Under the hood, the 3.5-liter V6 is a jewel of an engine, a staple of the Honda lineup known for its smoothness and longevity. This is reflected in its low average annual maintenance cost of just $502. A Honda technician I know said it best: people who buy Ridgelines love them. People who don't have never driven one. The financial impact is about buying a smarter, more innovative vehicle for a bargain price. Because it was so misunderstood, its resale value is not as inflated as other Honda products. You can find a well-maintained first-generation model for around $9,000. For that price, you get a vehicle that can still tow 5,000 pounds and haul 1,550 pounds, more than enough for 95% of typical homeowner tasks. The actionable guidance is to simply go drive one. Forget everything you think you know about trucks and experience it for yourself. It is the thinking person's pickup, a vehicle that chose innovation over imitation, and its owners have been reaping the rewards ever since. So, what have we really learned today? We've seen three trucks that the mainstream market left behind: the contender that couldn't break into the club, the ghost that wore a different mask, and the innovator that was too different to be understood. The thread that connects them is not just that they are reliable, but that their reliability is a direct consequence of the very things that made them underrated. The Titan's simple, powerful V8 was overlooked in an era of feature wars. The B-Series shared platform was a secret hidden in plain sight. The Ridgeline's brilliant, practical design was dismissed as heresy by traditionalists. In every case, the market's obsession with brand, image, and conformity created a blind spot. And in that blind spot, incredible value was allowed to flourish. This is more than just a buying guide, it's a lesson in perspective. You now have the ability to see what others don't, that a vehicle's worth is not determined by its popularity, but by its inherent quality and its fitness for a purpose. You can now look at a used car lot and see not just a collection of vehicles, but a series of market inefficiencies and opportunities. This is the mindset of a strategic buyer. You are no longer a consumer, chasing the same products as everyone else. You are an investor, seeking out undervalued assets that will pay you back in reliability and low cost of ownership for years to come. This shift in perspective is the most valuable tool you can have in any market. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to start practicing this new way of seeing. The next time you're browsing online listings, intentionally seek out the unpopular, the forgotten, and the misunderstood models in any class of vehicle. Look past the badge. Look past the styling. Dig into the maintenance data and the owner forums. Ask yourself, is this vehicle unpopular because it's bad, or is it unpopular because it was simply overlooked? Train your mind to hunt for these discrepancies. This is how you escape the hype cycle and start making truly intelligent, data-driven decisions that will benefit you for the rest of your life. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the most underrated vehicle you have ever owned or driven? Share your story in the comments below. If this journey into the hidden corners of the truck market has opened your eyes to a new way of thinking, the most valuable thing you can do is hit that like button. And to continue honing your skills as a strategic automotive investor, make sure you subscribe for more insights that challenge the conventional wisdom.